your officer?
Yeah, I can find you, yeah.
Okay,
Ron will tell me when he's done, and I'll give you a
Okay.
call, track you down.
awesome. I just wanted to know because I didn't want to bother everybody in the neighborhood, you know? Because I will do that too. But hey, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for your investment in our silly little sport, but it's a great way to involve people. And please do consider coming down and watching if you like, participating if you'd love to. And we're going to have a lot of fun, and I just hope the weather holds. And then we'd like to get these great courts and then move on to tournaments and some other things and bring some more people in through these different venues. So thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Although I'm sure Duke will probably switch from pickleball to axe throwing after he gets.
I think I'm willing to donate $250
Axe throwing.
Okay,
And you know, Dale, there's people much older than you that play.
yes, I'm
Sure,
sure.
come on down. But remember, there is no sorry in pickleball.
I also coached Duke in football, so there's another story.
Wow.
Tell the story, Kevin.
Yeah. Kim, you wanted to talk about
I only put my name down because in case Beth needed some backup
Okay.
or something, but I do want to thank Mr. Devon for his kind remarks about my sister Mickey.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks, Joe.
You're quite welcome.
I didn't know that was happening. I'm here with Beth, but it was
That's
very
good.
nice.
Yes, I enjoyed. One quick story, I had a sub for everybody on my softball team but Mickey, because I thought she'll never get hurt, she's tough. She played third base for me, and in the first game, she got hurt, and I didn't have anybody to play third base. Anyway, Della, you're up. You know the routine.
Thank you for letting me speak. My name is Della Kesterkey. I'm at 1311 Farmington Lane, here in Washington Courthouse. I was not here a couple weeks ago for the city council meeting because my allergies are still acting up, but they were really bad that night. But in listening to the city council meeting, because I did listen to, I watched it and listened to it, it was very hard to hear it. Your sounds, your audio system, as my husband said, needs some work done. It's very hard when we're listening to it to hear all the speakers and to hear all of you. And so I would like you all to, I don't know what the answer is, I don't know what the problem is, but I couldn't hear all of you. And I don't know if you all have ever listened to a meeting after you've done a meeting. I know you don't have time, probably, but it was hard to hear. And sometimes it freezes, sometimes the Zoom or the YouTube or whatever it is freezes as well. But if that could be better, because I know I'm not the only one that watches it. I know some of my neighbors have said that they have watched it. And so if you all could look into that, I would appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
It'll probably cost about $8,000 or good. Kidding, kidding.
Y'all can speak up a little bit more. I'm just saying.
Kidding, Beth, kidding. Okay, that was all people, so we will move on to legislation previously introduced. Ordinance number 15, 2025, third reading.
I move that we place ordinance number 15, 2025 on third reading.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Schultz,
Yes.
Blair,
Yes.
Call,
Yes.
Chrisman,
Yes.
Hawk,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes.
Ordinance number 15-2025, an ordinance amending codified ordinance 33.17, auxiliary police unit established.
Move for passage.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Schultz,
Yes.
Blair,
Yes.
Call,
Yes.
Chrisman.
Yes.
Hawk,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes. Resolution number R 36, 2025, second reading.
I move we place resolution number R 36, 2025 on second reading. Second.
Discussion? Roll call?
Schultz,
Yes.
Blair,
Yes.
Call,
Yes.
Chrisman,
Yes.
Hawk,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes.
Resolution number R 36-2025, a resolution authorizing the city manager, Joseph J. Denon of the City of Washington Courthouse, to award a contract to Phil Moore Construction for the 2025 East Market Street and Clinton Avenue OPWC roadway improvement program.
I'll move for adoption. Second.
Roll call?
Schultz,
Yes.
Blair,
Yes.
Call,
Yes.
Chrisman,
Yes.
Hawk,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes. We have no new legislation. That's unusual. I don't even know where I started. Mr. Schultz, what do you have tonight?
Well, actually, I don't have a lot, but I do appreciate them bringing about the pickup. That's another way of the city moving forward, is creating things to bring people to the city. More things like that we can find, that we can do with small investments as we go along, which will bring people into the city. That is great. That's a great idea. So all these little things like that, maybe a little thing, but it doesn't cost a lot of money. Even 32,000 isn't hateful, you know, so,
You
but.
can fund it all if you like. I'm good with that.
But it does bring people into the city, and hopefully they'll stick around for a little bit and hang around downtown. We're doing a lot of work. The city, the different people are doing a lot of work in the downtown area, which also I hope someday will bring more people here. And that's the whole thing about living here in Washington Courthouse. We need to develop little things as we go along that people can recognize, and they'll say, let's go to Washington Courthouse. It's a nice, clean little town to go to. Maybe we can play some pickleball, go to a restaurant, you know, things like that. So it's always these kind of things that brings people together. And I do appreciate you bringing that up because it's a great idea and it's a great sport. Even though I don't play it, but it's a great sport, I'm
We'll
sure.
get you started.
So I could. So, but anyway, that is what, moving the city forward, that's what it's all about. That's what people live here in Washington Courthouse for, because they feel safe, secure, and they like sending their children to our schools, and people like attending our churches. Now, hopefully, they'll like coming to our parks. So those are things that we all look forward to in the future. Thank you very much.
Sylvia?
I just appreciate, Beth, I think that you did an excellent job of presenting and you've done your homework as a teacher should. And I think any kind of movement forward with the park system, really though, if you'd like to be a helper for the inclusive playground, you're very convincing. I'm just saying. But really, thank you for the information that you brought in. I think it was very helpful, and I do think that that would be an asset. I'm not very good at it or any other sports ball activity, but my daughter and I walk over and play every now and then, and usually it just involves her chasing the ball far away. But it's fine, and we enjoy it, so it's kind of fun.
You're off doing something fun.
We are, so thank you.
Mr. Meyer?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Beth, for the education on surfaces for pickleball courts. Also, Della, for making us aware of the situation with our audio-video stream. That's good to hear from the public. Sometimes that's the only way we have of knowing if there's an issue. I'm sure Mr. Denham will take care of that. And then also I wanted to express condolences to the Charlie Kirk family with the tragedy that happened today with the assassination. I just seen his little girl and his wife, and it's just, it could happen to any of us. There's just so much hate. We need to find ways to discuss things without letting our hatred get the best of us. So I do offer prayers for that family, and that's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Amen, Mr. Blair. Amen, Tom. Too much hate. Mr. Hawk?
Well, I just suggest that Eric ask Beth to represent him on his crusade for the trails. He's not been as effective as you have been. And maybe you can help him out with that somewhere down the road. Not too much at one time, but
One step at a time, sir.
yeah, one step.
After the
You're
playground.
both active users.
And then we got the exclusive, or I mean,
Theodore, come on.
playground. I agree with Mr. Blair about Charlie Kirk. He was a young kid, saw a need, jumped in with both feet, and at 31 accomplished a lot in his few years that he had here on this earth. And I just salute him, and I pray for his family. And that was a very sad situation, but I'm just grateful for people who love this country enough to. I imagine when he was in college, he probably stood up to his professors, what little short time he was in college. And he did a wonderful job for our country. That's all.
Mr. Johnson?
Well, I want to start off thanking Beth and Della. I just want to make clear, you know, I think this is, because this is a great example of why I've been so frustrated about, you know, that issue. I want to be able to come up here as a body of people and know that we've got the money to say yes to all of these projects. Because we do hear about a lot of projects that are near and dear, not only to us, but to various people around our community. And so, you know, I just really wish that, it had, you know, happened, but it didn't. And we're gonna try to make as many, projects happen and come to life on, you know, as opposed to just sitting on paper. A very great presentation on paper, but it'll be even better if you could play on that surface. So yeah, so I just want to make very clear about that you know, whenever I hear about great projects in the city, I get really excited about it, but I also know that, you know, one of my responsibilities up here is not just to say yes to everything, you know, because we have a limited amount of money. We also have to be responsible with your tax dollars and make sure that we're not overspending in areas where we can't afford it. And of course, the same sort of thing, I guess, Della, you missed a wild one last time, and it's probably good you didn't hear, because some people might interpret what I had said as hating dogs, but, you know.
I heard it.
Yeah, just that part. That part they heard. Yeah, just the fact that Kayla Johnson hates dogs, yeah, that one came across loud and clear. No, but, you know, I would love to say yes to all of the projects in the city, but again, just being responsible, prioritizing. I think that as a city, we could do a better job, generally speaking, on not just paying for projects as they come up in the parks, but creating a schedule, a replacement schedule, keeping in mind that just the surfaces for one park, $1,000 is an important thing to know. But then also considering that's not the total cost per year for that, because it was also brought up the nets, the fencing surrounding it. If there's a park area that needs a parking lot or anything like that, then that has to be maintained. So we really should be able to go through and know, okay, this is the total cost yearly of each of our parks. What I can tell you is I know for a fact that $20,000 is not gonna get the job done if you put all those yearly costs on paper. And so that's why we've fallen behind, I think. If we could just be better about planning in the future and being more mindful, you know, that would be something that I would really like to see, and I think it would put us in a better place whenever people wanna talk about a new project, because then we could go, okay, well, on top of our current costs, how much is this gonna cost, not only in the one time to get it set up, but then what are our expected costs in maintaining it for the many years that we want to have it afterwards? That way, if it does need to be replaced down the line, when is that expected replacement, needing to happen? That way we're more prepared down the line. So yeah, those things I care very much about. One last thing, I know it's been mentioned a couple people before me, but Charlie Kirk was my age. I was born in 1993, just like him. And I hope that I'm not sitting here and someone who loves dogs or loves pickleball courts feels the need to come up and silence me. But that's a risk that we all take. Whenever you go out into the public and you put yourself out there and you say a thing, you do put yourself in some sort of danger. Charlie Kirk knew that, and I always thought was a free speech warrior, someone who truly cared about the First Amendment. And he died while talking about the importance of the Second Amendment. And some people try to twist his words already into, how could he be so supportive of the Second Amendment? Look at it, he died is what people say because of the Second Amendment. I would say very much that is the wrong approach to take. That Charlie Kirk, the best thing about Charlie Kirk was that he did not buy in to what I call intellectual hedonism. He did not believe in things merely because they made you feel good in your heart or your soul saying them. He believed in saying things in such a way that they would be logically coherent, that it would benefit everybody. And to lose such a voice is quite sad. And again, if you don't know who Charlie Kirk is, you ask your kids and they'll know. That's how influential he was. He was on so many college campuses and talking, and it's just always refreshing for me as someone in politics. Politics has been a big part of my life ever since I was 18 years old. I've been up here for a quarter of my life, and that's a risk that we put out every single day by saying things that we just want to be right and not necessarily say things that always make you feel good. And that's something I hope I can emulate every day in the future. And prayers for Charlie Kirk and his family.
Mr. Chrisman?
Thank you, Dale. I would like to thank the two ladies, Beth and Della, for their comments, and I'll repeat what Dale said. Yours was well thought out and well researched. Probably one of the best ones we've heard of here. And thank Della for her information. I want to see if we can, while they're checking the sound, they can check the camera, because that darn camera makes me look fat and bald. And as a side note, I don't know whether you taught my grandson here or not, Alex Trumbold. He comes down about every weekend and plays pickleball, some of his friends. Yeah.
And he's good. He's
Yeah.
very good.
In fact, I took him to stock car races Saturday night. Took him down to Atomic a few weeks ago, and they had redone that track. I have never seen much dirt in my life come on the track, and I've gone to a lot of races. But anyway, he enjoys the races, and thank both you ladies, and thank everybody else for coming. Good to see you. Always like to see the public here. And so that's about all I have. Thank you very much, please. Thank you, Dale.
I wasn't gonna say this, but since you brought it up, Jim, I heard a joke today where a guy went to his wife and he said, I was just looking in the mirror, and he said, all I saw was somebody who was old, fat, and bald. And
I
he said,
wasn't there.
I'm really depressed. He said, I really need you to tell me something positive. And she said, honey, you got great eyesight.
Great eyesight.
Several years ago, bear with me for a second here. Several years ago, my wife and I went to a chick flick. And it was called How Do You Know? If you've ever seen that movie, it was several years ago. And the question was obviously about how do you know if somebody loves you? Isn't that a great question? I didn't care for the movie that much, but the question fascinates me. Do you know if somebody loves you because they say they love you or how they act? Do you know if somebody is a Christian because they say they are or how they act? Do you know if somebody cares about the city because they say they do or how they act? I found a quote from a state senator, Mallory McMorrow, senator from Michigan, state senator. I love this quote. My mom taught me at a very young age that Christianity and faith was about being part of a community, about recognizing our privilege and blessings and doing what we can to be of service to others. If you stop and think about it, love is really about being a service to the people you love. Christianity is really about being of service to your belief. And certainly, when it comes to the city, it's about being of service to your city. That doesn't mean that you always have to agree with your partner. You may not agree with everybody in your church, and you certainly may not agree about everything in the city. But what do you do to show that you really care? How do you know? With that, I would accept a motion to adjourn.
Mr. Chairman, before you dismiss,
Yeah.
I'd like to commend Mr. Sockman for his choice of collars.
I see why.
Yeah. And we did not call each other.
I see why, Jim.
Sorry.
Very good. Okay, now we can have a motion.
I
There
move to
you go.
adjourn.
Okay. Jim moves and Sylvia seconds. Roll call, please.
Schultz.
Yes.
Blair.
Yes.
Hall.
Yes.
Christman.
Yes.
Hawk.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes. We are adjourned at 8:35.